When I was a kid, these were everything to me. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe sparked so many amazing adventures and imaginings and experiences for me. It was my childhood. And recently I found the box of toys and opened them up, and my daughter immediately comes running over and she looks at them and she says, "What are they?" And I began to tell her the story and explain who the different characters were and introduce her to the world. And right away, of course, she wanted to play with me with them. So we did, and we started to play and to experiment and to create these new stories together, which was amazing. But right away, she started to write her own story. The characters that was interested in and that she was drawn to were not the ones that I used to love the most. She wasn't as interested in He-Man as I was. I love Skeletor, and she loves him a lot, and he has to dress up like this. And at first, I was like, "No, Skeletor's the bad guy. We want to be He-Man. We want to fight against the bad guys." But she's like, "No, no, no. This is how we'll play it." And at first, I felt a little bit weird about that. No, no, no. This is how we do it. But I went with it, and we started to play, and it was amazing. And it taught me so much. And it really helped me write a lesson in this whole process of redesigning my life. A lesson that sometimes you just have to let go. And that sometimes the biggest obstacle in your way is yourself. You are the problem. You are the wall. You are the mountain. You are the huge, big end level boss that you have to defeat. It's you. And if that's the case, then you can get past this. You can get past whatever's holding you back. But you have to make a conscious decision. And that's what I want to talk to you about in my video today. My name's Damien, and these are my videos about how I'm redesigning my life. How I'm going from the life that I was living to the life that I always wanted to live. And the adventures and experiences and challenges I'm having on this journey. I want to share them all with you in the hope that they can help you. No matter how you feel, no matter where you are, this is an ever ongoing process and we're all in it together. So come with me today while I share some ideas and some more lessons from this whole experience of rediscovering these toys and the understanding that I'm my biggest challenge. I'm the big boss at the end of the level. And how that realization, that challenge, helped me to take the next evolution and the next step on my journey to redesign my life. When my daughter wanted to play with these toys in a way that I didn't quite understand or agree with or just felt wrong based on the canon. And I'm not a He-Man nerd, even though I've got the Grayskull up here and there's an animation cell on the wall back there. When she was starting to talk like this, when she was starting to tell me her rules, her imaginings of how these characters worked and what they liked to do, I had to remind myself that I had to just go with it. I had to let go. I had to play. Otherwise, she wasn't going to have any fun. Otherwise, she was just going to leave. And I'd miss out on this opportunity to have this special bonding moment with her, to share this element of my childhood with her. And I realized that letting go isn't about losing control. It's making space for something new. Because we keep playing this game all the time now. We play it a lot. And I now love to play it the way that she likes to play it, in the stories that she likes to develop. Skeletor is the hero in her story. It's always about the bad guys. And they like to cook, they make cakes, and they hate He-Man, and they're always trying to find ways to destroy him. And she loves it. And every time we play it, she comes up with these amazing stories, and I'm constantly stunned and overjoyed by them because it is something new. It is something that I wouldn't have expected. It's not what I would have done. Let's be honest, I probably would have got them out of the box and put them up on the shelf and left them there to gather dust. But no, she has them flying all around the room, and I had to let go of the monetary value that these have because they're now far more damaged than they were when they came out of the box. But the memories I have, the joy I have, those experiences that she's given me are incredible. It is something new. It is that letting go. I wouldn't have had that if I'd held so rigidly to the rules, which is what we do in life. And I understand that. Rules and guidelines and stuff like that gives you structure, gives you security. But that's often why we've got into the state that we are in. That's often why we're on autopilot, because of those structures and those rules, because we do them so often we don't question them. We go through the motions, safe in the knowledge that we're doing it this way because that's the way we've been told to do it, and that's the way that will get us through the day. But again, if we do that, we don't leave any space for anything new, any new experiences, any new life to develop. And that's why you have to let go. Because when we hold on to things so tightly, and whether that be a career, a relationship, or those routines that I was talking about, we stop noticing how our life could be. We miss out on it. We don't see all the wonderful experiences that we could have. If you have that urge to redesign your life, to create the life you've always wanted, then glimmers are sneaking through the cracks. You're being shown the life that you want, but you're never going to be able to see it fully, have it emerge for you unless you let go. And that's scary, I know. But it's empowering when you do it. Because when you let go, you stop managing your life like a rigid script, and you start living it like a story, like this amazing adventure that you're on. Like you're one of the masters, like you're one of the heroes in the cartoons. Having these adventures, that's what you start to have. You actually start to live a life. And I know when I say it like that, it's what you all think. Yes, that's what I want. I want to have that life. I want to have those experiences. And yet tomorrow you'll wake up and go back to the same routines, the same systems, because they give you that structure and that safety. But you have to let go. Because when you let go like that, when you create, when you play like the way I'm playing with my daughter in these imaginings, that's what presence looks like. She doesn't want to get it right. She wants to experience it. She wants to experience playing with me as well as experience her own stories, make up her own imaginings. And I've seen it spill over into other aspects of her life. She'll be singing songs, or she'll point out things in the street that we walk past that remind her of elements of the story. It expands out for her into the world around her, and it just colors in her life. She's experiencing it in so many different ways. It's not just a game we play for a few minutes together. It's enriching her life because she's so present in it. And that's what we all get when we tune presence back into our life, when we learn to reconnect with what matters and let go of what doesn't. We become present. We become adventurers on the adventure. Because at the end of the day, when you look back at your life, you want to see all this fun. You want to see all these experiences. You want to see all these adventures and stories, and they're not all going to be easy. I know that, but they're all going to be yours. It's going to be your story, an amazing story. And that's what you want to build. That's what you want to design. Creativity. If you want to create this life for yourself, it's about surrendering. It's about surrendering instead of controlling. If you are rigid, if you stick to the rules, if you control, it's not going to be free flowing. You think of that old adage when you see a painting and someone says, "Oh, my kid could have done that." No, they couldn't. That artist has let go, has created, and is experiencing something in that letting go that the control can't do. And often when I hear people in the gallery who say that to me, "Oh, anyone could have done that," I know that that's not the truth. I know we're too controlled to paint like a child. And I love seeing artwork where artists have managed to let go and to be in the moment and be present because you can feel it. Again, they're living their own story, they're living their own adventure. And that's what makes things magical. So just let go. Let go of what is holding you back. Because it is. You might not realize it today, but it is. As I often say, go back through those things in your life that you do without questioning and look at them. Ask, do I really need to hang on to this with the iron grip? Skeletor's iron grip? Or can I just let him go? And I come across executives and individuals in my work in helping people to redesign their lives and their careers all the time who constantly whinge and challenge about this desire or this need to let go. They say it's too hard. And look, I know it's difficult. I know it's not easy. But that gets back to the point I made before that you are your biggest obstacle then. No matter what you say, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's you doing it. You're the end boss. You're blocking your path to the next level. You're the evil forces in Snake Mountain. You're what's getting in your way. And sometimes the most powerful things that you can do if you want to build this amazing future, the most powerful thing you can do is forget about your past. Stop protecting your past if you want this incredible future. The past got you here. And maybe it didn't get you to the place where you really want to be. And if that's the case, why would you protect it? Why would you hold on to it? Wouldn't you want to let it go? Wouldn't you want to try something different? Because at the end of the day, you can't create a new life if you're holding on to the old one. If you are being the wall that's stopping you, think about it. Listen. If it's society blocking you, that's one thing, and we can work on that. But in my experience, so often, it's ourselves that do it. We're the villain in this story. We constantly get in our own heads and talk it over and block ourselves, hold on because we want to feel safe, we want to feel protected. But in doing so, we make ourselves small, insular, and we can't grow. We're blocking everything. So just let go. Start small. Start with one thing. Then go to another. And pretty soon you'll find it gets easier. Start redesigning your life. That's why I do these videos. That's why I show up here every week to talk to you, to show you with what I'm learning and what I'm going through. You're not alone in this. We're all going through this together. We all have these same experiences. We all know it's difficult to let go of the things that have got us to this point. But it's what you have to do if you want to move forward. You can go on living the life that you're living now. But if you do that, you'll continue to do that for the rest of your days. But if you let go, if you become present, if you experience life a bit more and stop being your own boundary, stop being your blocker, stop being that evil end boss, telling yourself that you can't, why would you ever do that? If you stop doing that, you will create the life that you want. I guarantee it. You will start moving today towards where you want to be. So be a bit more like this. Don't be by the rules that you've live by to this point. Try something different. It just has to be small. Just try something minute, just a little change. See how that feels. Let something go. One thing. Break a pattern, break a habit. Dress Skeletor up in a pink jumper and let him be the hero of the story. I don't mean to be frivolous about it, but it's the truth. This small change created big changes in me and reminded me of why I'm doing this. The joy I got from accepting this was huge. Way out proportionate to what the change was. This is nothing. I realize it. It's nothing. And I know other changes are harder. I'm still struggling to let go of things. But each and every day, I try to quieten that blocking voice. I don't want to be my own obstacle. I want to start moving forward. And I hope you do too. And I hope you find my videos useful. Please have a look through some of the other videos. Start to make these changes in your life. Start to live the life that you want to live. I hope you found something useful in this video today. I look forward to seeing you again next week and in future videos. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling. But start redesigning your life. I promise you it will be worth it.